Hello. It is Friday, and my kid has the day off from school, and so my husband took him to the beach, so I'm gonna take a break and play with makeup. And I thought maybe I would do a video just for funsies. Not really a person who says the word funsies. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna use a mix of indies and mainstream because that's what I do every day. And hopefully this video will only take about 15 minutes because that's all the time I've really allocated myself. So to start with, I'm putting eye primer on. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I like it. It's fine. It's not my holy grail. My holy grail is this stuff, the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof. But I'm trying to use up the Too Faced, so I wear a primer. If you have seen me do one of these videos ever before, you have probably heard this spiel. I do wear primer every day, no matter what I'm wearing, because otherwise I get creasing. If you are not a person who gets creasing, you may not need a primer, but I still say it's really nice. I expect my eyeshadow to last an extraordinarily long time. I usually do my makeup around 8 and take it off around 10, maybe 9. And I expect it to look good until I expect my eye makeup to look good until probably at least 7 or 8. So I expect a lot from my makeup. Primer helps that. So I'm going to start today with, this is AFK Cosmetics To the Pain. Yes, it is based on Princess Bride. To the Pain. It's a really dark, you're not going to be able to see this, really dark blackened purple color. And I'm starting with the dark because it means I can be messier. This is also the same reason I do my eye makeup first. It's because then when it gets all over my face, I can cover it up with my foundation. And yes, loose pigments are more messy than pressed eyeshadow. But I still get fallout even with pressed eyeshadow. So I do this even when I'm not using indie colors. So I'm taking my Sigma Firm Blender. I just put some on the end. And putting that in the outer corner and up into the crease. It mostly comes off, when you buff it out like that, it mostly comes off as this blackened color. I'm going to pick some of the purple up here in a minute. One of the things with indie eyeshadows in general, not always, but in general, is if you brush them on as opposed to pat them on, you tend to get more of just the base color. So this is how I'm starting. And then what I will do I'll do a trick here in a minute. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, how am I going to do this? Yeah, we'll try it. I'm not sure if this is going to work the way I want it to, but we'll see. This is called Pixie Epoxy. It's basically like a glitter fixative. You'll see what this does in just a minute. I'm just going to put this on the outside corner. I don't want this up into the crease this way. For one, it gets really sticky, and I don't like that. You do not need very much of this. Too Faced has a Too Faced glitter glue, which is the same stuff. Elf has one. It basically helps, one, glitters glitter chunky eyeshadows. It helps keep the glitter on your face. And 2, it helps, like with these kinds of colors that have kind of a base color and something else, kind of helps the duochrome or the bigger, you know, the brighter color pop forward. So you'll see. So right now, you can tell it's just sort of black. I put a little bit of the Pixie Epoxy. It's clear, you can't see it. It really is kind of like glue. Some more of the same color on my brush. And can you see that? Can you see how it changed to that purple color? Now, the problem with Pixie Epoxy is it's really impossible to blend. I haven't tried the Too Faced or the e.l.f., so I don't know if that's the case with those. It's almost impossible to blend, which is problematic because you kind of get this line of glitter and it's not so pretty. Part of why I did that first, because what I'm going to do next is my other color, and I'm not going to use any kind of anything on that. First I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to try and buff out the edge of that a little so there's not a hard line. And then I'm taking, this is Hello Waffle Cosmetics Bah Humbug. It was a limited edition, but it's just a really nice, pretty taupey brown color. Nice and glowy. And I'm gonna put this all up over the crease and overlap a little bit with where I put the Pixie Epoxy. It's not gonna be perfect because I'm not done yet. This is step 2 of a few. This may not work out. We'll see. The days I use Pixie Epoxy, it's sometimes a crapshoot. Same thing. I'm gonna go over the purple a little bit just to help blend that. Not terrible. Still not done though. I'm gonna take, this is my LORAC Pro. This is cream. I'm gonna put this on. You can see I use this a lot. I've hit pan on it. I'm gonna put this up right underneath my eyebrow. Same here. Okay. Now I'm gonna do, this is probably one of the biggest keys to my eyeshadow looking somewhat polished, which is a transition color. I'm gonna take this mauve. It's a really good crease color for me. It's not terribly far off from sort of what the shadows in my eyes look like anyway. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna just blend it here through the crease. And it kind of transitions that darker crease color up into the brow bone highlight. Same thing over here. Now, the problem with doing this, well, there's a couple of problems, is it typically ends up wiping away a little bit of my shimmer from the previous thing, which is why I said I wasn't done. So now I'm going to go back and really, this is just, I'm going to pat this on top like that. It'll work. Purple isn't coming out quite as much as I'd want it to, but it's fine. It'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So, not terrible. It's a little dark on this side, so I'm going to take a clean, this isn't really the one I want, but I think the one I want is dirty. I'm going to take a clean brush and just kind of try and soften that edge right there a little bit. Same over here. Okay, eyeliner. I'm going to use Old Standby. This is, I'm getting towards the end, Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner. This is Rockstar. I'm about to have to give up the ghost on this one, but I have a backup. But I'm about to get to the point where I can't hold it anymore. I pretty much exclusively use pencil eyeliner. I've tried liquid. I don't have the skills. And that's okay. So the reason I like Rockstar is because it's a purple, but it doesn't really end up looking super purple. Like, I don't know if you can see that. Then I'm going to take, this is just a really tight, compact brush, and I use this to smudge that out and make sure it's smudged into my lash line. I used to tightline a lot, but the contacts I'm wearing now really don't seem to like tightlining, so I stopped doing that quite so much. Okay, here we go. Et voila. There we go. Now I do mascara and brows after I do the rest of my face for a variety of reasons. Mostly because that's just the order I do things in. I'm not going to use a face primer today. I'm trying some new skincare stuff, so I'm trying to like figure out what makes my skin react, and so I've taken out pretty much everything that's not a must do on what I put on my skin. But I'm going to use the It Cosmetics CC cream. I love this stuff. It's a CC cream that actually has coverage. A little bit goes a long way. One pump, not much, will be enough to cover my whole face. When I do my other foundations, I use tools, either a brush or the beauty blender, that's the word. But for some reason with the CC cream, I like using my fingers better. So, I think this color is maybe a smidge dark for me right this second, but give it a couple of weeks in the summer and this should be fine. So yeah, this CC cream has really nice coverage. It feels great. A little bit extra because I have this weird red spot today. On my nose. Skin is stupid. I guess I can't complain too much about sun damage and stuff. I spent my entire childhood out in the sun. Okay, so concealer. This is my favorite stuff right now. The Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. I use the brightener just by itself. It's creamy. It's not drying. It doesn't cling to spots and wrinkles and make my skin look creepy. And I think it has a brightening effect. So, this is another one. I use my fingers. I like being able to get in there, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh, reaching the 15-minute mark. Darn it, I'm gonna go to 20 minutes. Oh well. Okay, so then that's done. Now I just need some translucent powder to set it. I'm using some Mary Kay powder that I have left over, but really I have found that for the most part. They all function the same. I do like loose powder a little more lately, but whatever your preference is. And then this is one of my favorite brushes. This is the Real Techniques setting brush, and I use it for one purpose exclusively: powder under my eye. Same difference over here. Voila. I love it. Super soft. Fits right there perfectly. I just love it. Okay. I have been testing out some new blushes I got from this Becca set from Ulta. And it included a bunch of different things. And the two I'm going to use today are the Beach Tint Shimmer Souffle in Watermelon and Moonstone. So this is the packaging. This is what it looks like. It's this reddish pink with all these little gold flecks in it. It's squishy. It's the weirdest texture. It's not mousse. It's not mousse. And then I'll talk about this one in a minute. So it's kind of like a liquid. I really like it's sheer, but it gives me a really natural looking flush. Which, especially when I do like a dark eye like that, I don't really necessarily want something that's going to compete super much. This doesn't take a lot. I mean, literally, I just like tap my finger in there, and that got me. And also, it smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. Then, on top of that, I'm going to put, this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Rose Gold. So this is what the package, it's a sample. This isn't the full size. This is what the packaging looks like. And that is what the product looks like. And when I first got it, I thought it was going to work better as like just a regular highlighter. It's a little too pigmented, I think, to be a highlighter in every situation. I mean, that you can't even really, let me see. Like, and it buffs out, but I've been using this as a blush, or with this in particular, I take this big fan brush, which I got from Julep. I don't love it, but it works. And just kind of brush it in there. And then just on the top of my cheekbones. Again, it works nicely with this color, but it wouldn't work with all my blushes because it's kind of got a specific color tone to it. So, like, I wouldn't use this on top of, like, a plum blush I have, I don't think. And then just buff that out a little bit. Make sure it's not just like a stripe. I'm gonna do cheater eyebrows today, so Gimme Brow. It's not really the right color for me to use with my hair, but it helps fill in. I have some gap issues. Here. I think it's maybe getting to the point where I need to replace this. I've had it for probably close to a year. Little goes a long way, but yeah. So then, just to get a little bit of color in there, and again, I'm not totally sold on this color, but guys, I have bright red hair. Like, I have to do something in purple, but I'm not going to put purple in my eyeliner. Brows, obviously. So this is the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in Auburn. It's a little too strawberry red than this is, so it's still not perfect for me. Yeah, you can see, like, that's just not really right, but it at least gets a little bit of the warmth in there. I love this little brush on the end for the big part of my brows, but you got to be kind of careful in, like, the tail part. So they have a lot of colors in these. If I were my normal brunette color, I would totally get one of the regular browns. I do like the product overall. It's not stiff. It's just not quite the right color. But if I really wanted the right color, I'd break out my Anastasia Dip Brow, but I'm feeling too lazy for that. And then super quick, just brush that through. And then last call, well, second to last call, mascara. I've been using the L'Oreal Lash Out Butterfly. I like it. Doesn't flake, doesn't bother my contacts. I like the way it looks. It doesn't clump. I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, the best stuff ever, the way some people seem to love it, but it has this weird brush. I don't know, can you see that? It kind of like goes like that. That's the butterfly thing. It's fine. My main problem with that is that when I go to do my other eye, I go like this for a while, but then my arm gets tired, and so I usually just cheat. So that doesn't, that like ramp thing doesn't really always help me. I'm a one coater on my mascara too. I don't like to do multiple coats. I want it to look right the first time. So that's that. And then final gig. All of this to stay home and work by myself, by the way. Hourglass, Ambient Lighting Power and Diffused Light. It's one of those things where I don't necessarily feel like it does a lot until I just catch a glimpse and I'm like, oh, I look nice today. And this is one of the most luxurious things I have. This is the IT Cosmetics, I think it's called the Luxe Powder Brush. Anyway, this is the softest thing my face has ever felt. It's, oh, I just love it. So that's that. And then just, just want something a little light for my lips. Unfortunately, everything is, yeah, this will work. We'll try this one. This is Makeup Forever. I think this was a Sephora gift for my birthday. Artist Natural. Is that the... I don't know. A little tiny thing. Yeah, I was afraid of that. My lips amp up pinks, which is sometimes okay, and sometimes not my favorite, so I'm going to add a little, this is Amanda Kissmylips by the Balm. It's kind of a brown color. That's a little better. So, my blush will, yeah, see, once I turn the light off, it kind of fades out. So that's my makeup. 25 minutes. Never can get these videos shorter. Sorry about that.